Welcome to my channel to everyone who's new here, and of course to those of you who are back again, great to have you here. In this video we will take a look together at possible scenarios for the price development of Render, ONDO, SUI and HBAR. Things remain exciting, so make sure to watch until the end. And if you also want to trade with cheap taker fees, then I can recommend you the crypto exchange mexc, which has a similar trading volume to Bitget, OKX and Bybit. But as you can see, the taker fees are far much lower than on the other top crypto exchanges, and on top of that, you can get an additional 20% discount if you use my referral link, which you can find in the video description. 100 pairs, 0 fees just on mexc, and here you can trade some popular altcoins without any fees on mexc. So let's get to Render. We have said yesterday, as long as the $4.61 holds, which is the cross here from the rising wedge in orange, this one here is the rising wedge, that's a bearish pattern, and the support trend line in white, where we got support and resistance quite often. We bounced there. It was positive. I didn't trade the bounce. What I have done is, we have said if the $4.96 breaks to the upside sustainable, here we got our first sign that this trend line works because we got our resistance. Yeah, we got rejected. Afterwards, we broke to the upside, we got the retest long into the green trend line, $5.17, and the top of this bull flag. That's what we have said days ago, and we went into that area. So what now? We have to see if the $4, let's round it up to $5. If the $5 holds, it looks good to me. We can get even into the top area of the panel again, but I want to see breaking it to the upside, which is currently the $5.33. If we break the $5.33 to the upside, next target $5.51, next target $5.75. That's going to get interesting because I also like the setup. We have here an uptrend line, which is the top of that panel. If we get a breakout with a retest, then I can jump into the trade in the retest and set my stop loss lower than the trend line. But also keep in mind, let the trade some space. I'm going to let my trade a bit more space. So if we then push to the upside slowly, then over the time, this trend line is going to go to the upside. And then over the time, I can put my stop loss to break even or even into profits. So with every 1 hour candle, which closes over the panel, I can move my stop loss into less losses or even more profits. So, like I said, $5 have to hold. I also put you here another resistance support, $5.05. We can get a bounce there. We can push a bit lower. But I have marked you that trend line in red, because I think if that trend line breaks to the downside, it might be possible that we get another push, $4.95. But if we also lose that support, and this can be the indication that we are going for a bit bigger pullback. So let's get to ONDO. ONDO, nice trade. We broke here to the upside of the falling wedge in bright blue. We retested it. We have said over the 96 cents we can get into a long position. We got here the breakout, here the retest, follow through into the 99.5 cents. Take profit was set, and the rest of the position stop loss was also set. With this push to the downside, my stop loss got triggered. So basically I took out 75% out of the trade in a stop loss, in a profit, and 25% in stop loss, which was near to break even. Even a bit in profits, but let's not talk about that. That's minimal. Push to the upside, retested the 96 cents again, follow through. It was long. We got here again, rejected. Take profit was set again, but with this breakout and retest, we got even here a second retest. Here another follow through. So ONDO has space to the upside. Don't look that we are going to get some red candles. As long as we hold the 99.5 cents. Here's the price mark. I will put it to the right side. It's still positive. And we can still make a higher low structure. Look here. Low, higher low, higher low, higher low. Here, let's count this one also as higher low, and maybe here also another higher low. And we can still get into our targets. So the target is the $1 and 3.5 cents. I will put you also here a price mark. That's the target of the falling wedge. We have also a resistance at $1 and 5 cents. That's also a take profit area. After that, we have to see if we break the $1 and 5 cents to the upside, then the next resistance, if I remember it right, is at $1 and 10. Let's look. $1 and around about 11. That is going to get interesting because there we got rejected 3 times. 1 time with a big wick, 2 times perfectly at this price mark. So let's see what ONDO is going to do. For now, it looks good to me. Let's look into the RSI. We have a bearish divergence on the 1 hour chart, which is this one here. We have a top here in the RSI, but as you can see, we get lower highs. In the chart, we get higher highs. But bearish divergences, if we don't get a breakout in the chart, and I see the breakout at 99.5 cents, so if we get the breakout to the downside, then the bearish divergence would get validated and activated. And then we can get the push to the downside. Bearish divergences in the RSI can also break to the upside and can get invalidated as well. So if we break the 68 to 69 in the RSI, then we can say the bearish divergence got invalidated and we can get in the overbought area again for ONDO, and that would probably be the push into the $1 and 5 cents. So we have to see what ONDO is going to do. So far it looks good to me, and it also looks long to me. A bit different is SUI. We have said about SUI that as long as we don't break the $3.83 to the downside, means this white trend line, which we didn't, we got here our support. We can still reach for the $4.11. We had here a white trend line. I used this as long entry before, where we got here breakout, retest, follow through. Here I use it again, breakout, retest, follow through. The only difference here is that I couldn't increase my position size because the $3.95.5, it was weird. And I didn't see any kind of retest or price movement, which I can say, okay, this is going to get a good push to the upside, because this push here could have also been just this move to the downside. So this was a bit more risky, so stop loss break even, let the trade run into the $4.11. It did. What now? We sold off so much. SUI is the only coin which looks, which doesn't look good. We have lost the $3.95 US dollar, which was our trigger for the long position. If we zoom out, then you can see, let me take out the price mark more to the right side. We have always said breakout, retest, follow through. breakout, retest, follow through. That's what we want to see. What do we see now is completely the same setup, just in the opposite direction. Push to the downside, breakout, retest, follow through, question mark. So that's what we have to wait for. It doesn't look good for SUI. I don't want to say that we can't push to the upside anymore and see the $4.30 to $4.38, but SUI has to do some SUI needs some momentum to the upside, needs to outperform all the altcoins, because the altcoins are in their top area. Look into Render. Render is getting a small pullback, but look where Render is. Look at ONDO, for example. It's also in its top area here. Where is SUI? SUI made its top here over the $4.11. It was $4.20 even, but it's currently here. So we have to look if this was our top for SUI, and the next push where the altcoins are getting one less push to the upside, which can even be a giant push. It can be a good push. That SUI is not just going to get a lower high and sell off together with all the altcoins. There is nothing we can do about SUI. We have also said if the white trend line breaks to the downside, then we can see the $3.64 again. Yeah, we missed that target by 1.5 cents. So I think this was pretty precise. We can't be 100% right. We missed the target by a 0.5%. But this wasn't tradable as well, because this price movement was so volatile within a short time frame. Let's look tomorrow into SUI. Maybe SUI is going to form something nice. A bit better looks HBAR. HBAR looks good to me, because we have set here a possible rising wedge, but this rising wedge was also very sharp. If we look into the 50 minutes chart, then you can, let's be in the 1 hour chart. So, yes, this one looks better. With this sell-off here, I don't know if we have said it yesterday or if we have worked it off yesterday, but as long as we hold the 19.3 cents, we can still expect a nice push to the upside. We got the push to the upside, getting back into the rising wedge. Got the retest as 19.5 cents. Here it was for me a small long position. Yeah, it's not money where I would say, even if this move was a nice move, that I got rich from it. But yeah, it paid off a bit of my food, let's say it like that. So, push into 20.1 cents. We got rejected here already. We want to see to get rejected. But we also want to see then breakouts to verify that this trend line is valid. And this trend line was very valid to me, but we still needed the confidence to say we need a breakout and a retest. And in my view, this kind of failed. It still worked in the end, but for me it failed the retest. So basically this push to the upside wasn't tradable for me. But now we are at the price mark of $2.03. If we get now our retest, which it looks like, or we sell off into the 20.1 cents again, this might also be possible. Afterwards, I expect a nice push to the upside. But if we lose the 20.1 cents to the downside, then I think we have to look for lower prices for HBAR. So it's kind of easy. As long as we hold the 20.1 cents, so I will make this trend line red. As long as we hold the price over the red trend line or wick on the short term lower than that, means a small wick lower than this with a nice buy up is possible. Like we have seen here with a giant candle to the downside, but we got bought up pretty fast. If that is going to happen, then HBAR has the chance to get into our purple resistance box between 20.9 cents to 21.2 cents. I will also put you here 2 price marks. This is and take profit area. I doubt that we are going far much higher. If we lose the 20.1 cents, then it's not looking good. And then we have to see if we are going back to 18 cents. So far, I think it is positive that we broke the 20.1 cents to the upside. But what I want to see is the retest, the follow through. Then I would take out the target of the old head and shoulders formatation, and we can continue looking for other chart patterns. Maybe we are going to get more bullish setups, maybe we are going to get more bearish setups. And then we are going to look for new price targets, new price movements, and new patterns. Thank you for watching, and we see each other tomorrow in the next crypto update.